Recently, several countries announced the release of millions of barrels of oil from their Strategic Petroleum Reserves. But what exactly are these reserves, and why do governments use them during global crises? Strategic Petroleum Reserves are emergency oil stockpiles stored by governments to protect their economies during supply disruptions. The largest reserve in the world belongs to the United States. The U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve can store up to 714 million barrels of crude oil in underground salt caverns along the Gulf Coast. Other major economies also maintain emergency reserves. Japan holds around 480 million barrels of oil in government and commercial storage. China has built large strategic reserves over the past 2 decades, estimated to exceed 400 million barrels. Countries in the International Energy Agency, or IEA, are required to hold emergency oil stocks equal to at least 90 days of their net oil imports. These reserves are meant to stabilize global energy markets during sudden disruptions. One of the most significant releases happened in 2022 when IEA member countries coordinated the release of around 240 million barrels of oil. The goal was to reduce pressure on global oil prices after major supply shocks. More recently, governments have again considered using strategic reserves as tensions in the Middle East threaten global energy supply. If major shipping routes or oil exports are disrupted, releasing oil from these reserves can temporarily increase supply in the market. However, strategic reserves are not designed to replace global production for long periods. The world currently consumes roughly 100 million barrels of oil every day. This means even hundreds of millions of barrels from emergency reserves can only offset disruptions for a limited time. Because of this, strategic petroleum reserves are often described as a short-term emergency tool for stabilizing markets. They provide governments with time to respond while global oil supply chains adjust. In a world where energy demand remains high and geopolitical tensions continue to affect supply, these reserves remain one of the most important safeguards in the global energy system.